crap. Hold on. I forgot to change my internet over. No. I gotta change my There we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I forgot to switch over to the fucking, the internet shit. Or to my hotspot, man. My bad, guys. But anyways. Welcome back to another Chill Zone. I'm your boy, Fighto. Give me a sec here. Let me go ahead and get this video shared out here and shit. Yeah, boy. You know what I'm saying, boy? Wait, Fatal sounds like one of them is about to be single fucking through, so shoot. What the fuck are you talking about? Man, fuck out of here, bro. I ain't got time for that shit. Alright. Live. Okay, I think that's pretty much basically covers it, I guess. Well, I guess I'll post it in here. Killer, what the hell are you doing in the goddamn fucking general chat? Motherfucker, what the hell are you doing in here? Oh shit, hold on. I gotta fix my shit here. There we go. Yo, Killer, what the hell are you doing in here? All by yourself. Oh, I guess you're doing nothing.
What's up?
Not much.
I was just saying that you was live.
Oh, yeah. Nah, you're good, man. You're good.
Yeah, so I've been here tinkering with my computer since I got off.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so I went to Micro Center and I brought a cheap motherboard just to test on RAM and my CPU.
Yep.
And they fucking work. And then I was inspecting my CPU and I seen that a fucking pin is missing off the fucking CPU die. So I was doing some research and it controls the RAM and memory and channel B. So like the CPU will boot, but I just can't use extra RAM if I wanted to. So I'm like either debating to try to fix the pin or just say fuck it and upgrade the CPU altogether.
Probably better off to upgrade it.
And then on top of that, the board that these assholes sent me don't fucking work. So I'm gonna have to deal with trying to get this shit iron made and try to get them to send me a new board.
What?
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. And then on top of that, the guy at the GameStop I be buying a lot of my retro shit from, this motherfucker hit me on Instagram today and was like, I got a copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga. Do you want it? $1,400. And I'm like, fuck.
It's crazy to think to see the value of these old ass games that we once fucking only had to pay $40 for back in the day.
No, and the fact that he know I was looking for this game and he just reached out to me and just let me know.
No, that's awesome though. Yeah.
Like,
gave you the hookup on that.
I really don't want to spend the money, but I might have to spend the money considering I'm dealing with this computer shit right now.
$1,400 fucking dollars. Jesus, man. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
For a fucking Sega CD game, dude? Like, what the fuck, man?
Sega Saturn.
Or Saturn, sorry. Saturn, yeah.
And the reason this game is so fucking expensive because they only made like I think 100,000 copies over here because you know the Saturn was dying in the U.S. anyway, so that was supposed to be like their last hurrah, and you know they only just made so many fucking copies.
Right.
And that's the only game out the fucking series I'm missing. I have one, I have two, I have the one that came out on the OG Xbox order. I just don't have Saga.
Well, goddamn, dude, you might want to get on that, bro. But, yeah, anyways. What up there, chat? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What up there,
And chat.
fucking king of the ants? Why does that name ring a bell, man? Maybe I'm probably maybe I might know you from an older name on my older channel. I'm not quite sure, but it is what it is. I don't know. Raccoon, go fuck yourself. Stardust, what's going on, buddy? I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. Glad to see you're in my chat, buddy. As always, as always. Jeremy Nelson, aren't you from the fucking Roundtable Discord chat? If you are from the Roundtable Discord chat, then I know to somewhat not pay attention. Nah, I'm only playing, bro. I'm only playing. Oh, man, but yo, fucking...
How was the interview?
Yo, the interview went fucking extremely well. And for those of you that don't know that's in the chat or listening to this fucking after the fucking live stream, go check out the interview that I did with AJ, the CEO of Dwala Studios, in conjunction to Battletoads. Whether or not you hate the game or not, at least do me a fucking favor and go and check out that interview, because there's a lot of very interesting fucking things that came out of that interview that is really going to make you fucking think twice about indies, man. Like, no bullshit.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
As soon as you finish with the live feed, I'm gonna go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, like it's only like it's a short interview. I think it's like only like a half hour long. I made it short.
Cool.
Well, the reason why I made it short, because he hit me up with a message fucking like, I want to say an hour and a half prior to the event, and asked me if we could delay it for 45 minutes because fucking he had a dentist appointment he had to go to. And then when he got back,
you were saying that in the chat earlier.
Yeah, and then when he got back, I was asking how he's feeling and shit, and he's like, "Oh, I got antibiotics. I'm good for right now." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, at least out of respect for you, I'll make this like only a half hour interview instead of an hour video." And he's like, "All right, I really appreciate that." I'm like, "Yeah, no worries, dude." But I had an amazing time talking to him. I mean, granted, the game is almost a year old now, man, but I still don't give a fuck, man. I still adore and appreciate what him and his team's vision was for this reboot. And that's the thing; it's a reboot, so you have more room to work around that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still paying homage to the classic.
Sure, I mean, I haven't played it yet. Who do you fight at the end of that Battletoads game?
The Topians.
Yeah, so this one don't have anything to do with the Dark Queen from the older games, right?
No, she's in it. And she's definitely gonna be playing another. Well, you'll have to play it in order, because I don't want to spoil it, but like you'll have to play it to understand fucking. Because the way the game starts off, it's fascinating because like it literally makes fun of itself. Like that's the whole point. But like what makes the game so good though is not so much like from a gameplay standpoint, because I know a lot of people didn't agree with that. But again, after hearing what he was talking about today, there was a lot of shit they had to cut from the game because they just didn't have enough time to finish it. And whatever the case may be, like that's why they went rogue, like quiet rogue, literally for an entire year after fucking E3 of 2019, and literally went an entire year and then released the actual release day trailer like 3 weeks in advance of the actual official release. So yeah, I really want to see what all the other extra content could have been, because like the beat 'em up segments, there was like maybe like 4 or 5, like I think 4 stages tops of that. And then the rest were like mainly mini games and whatever the case, which was something that him and the team wanted to do in the first place too as well, because the arcade was a mixture of different genres, right? And he wanted to keep that fucking as a tradition, that kind of shit like that. But using the art style of a Saturday morning and cartoon effect, which a lot of people dislike, gave them a lot more room to come up with very unique and different body morphs and shit like that, which would look very good in a more darker tone setting that all the fans wanted and shit like that. Like if that makes sense. Like, it would just look weird to see people turn into a fucking coffin. You know what I mean? Or seeing Rash fucking, have an arcade drop down. He's playing an arcade. It would look fucking awkward, man. With like a more realism kind of look. Like, say if they took Killer Instinct style, right? And I get that's what people wanted. And that kind of shit like that. But like I said, I had a lot of fun doing the interview. I really hope to God you guys at least do me a favor and go and check it out. I don't care if you like the game or not. Just to show your support and whatever the case may be, because I want to do more of these interviews. I really do. Like, I'm gonna try to see if I can get fucking Thomas Sala to come on and do an interview with me one-on-one wise, the guy that made Falconeer and shit, because I adore that game. I know everybody shits on it and fucking calls it the worst thing since sliced bread, even though it's fucking miles far from that. But, just to give him a little bit extra shine, dude, man. Like, nothing wrong with that, because journalists ain't gonna fucking do it, to be honest. So, fuck it, I'll do it myself, man. I'll try to fucking get some interviews on lockdown.
Is if they cry for free shit,
Right, yeah, no. And see, for me, like, that's not the kind of shit that I want to do when it comes to these types of videos. And that's what I was saying to AJ before we went live. I was like, yeah, dude. I said, the only reason why I want to do a lot of these interviews, man, is because, like, I just absolutely adore what indies do fucking like that I can't get from mainstream AAA anymore, because there's no value there, because people are too scared to fucking try something new from a higher price value. Returnal was a prime example of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I stick to indies mostly, because that's where I can get, like, refreshing takes on genres and fucking other things and new ideas. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, like, no, man, like, the indie scene is definitely something that I think a lot of people take for granted. You know what I mean? Because they don't realize that these studios that they're supporting now, like the EAs and the Activisions and the Ubisofts, man, at one point in time, before the term indie was even a thing, they were just like indies, man. That's exactly what the fuck they were. We built these indies into who they are today, and now they're treating us like fucking dog shit. So now I'm lashing on to these indie devs, man, because I want to see them become successful and them start, to push the industry forward, man. Because Sony can only do so much, man. Sony can only do so much when it comes to, like, the amazing fucking shit that they fucking pull over there in their first-party studios and shit. But, like, I want to see genres evolve, man. Like, like we talk all the time about fucking about 21, like 21 T-flops and all this other bullshit, right? Fuck all that crap. Give me something that's fucking refreshing on a new genre, or give me something refreshing on an older genre. Make it different. Put a twist to it. I don't give a fuck. Something new. If you have to sacrifice graphical fidelity, man, in order to make your fucking vision come to life, then fucking do it. Who cares other things, man? You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck if people hate how fucking Battletoads looks or how fucking Sea of Thieves looks. Crackdown, well, we're not gonna talk about that game. But fucking, you see what I'm saying? like, dude, when Uncharted 4, right, has the ability for you to go through the game with different filters on. I went through and beat, like, I didn't beat it, but I went through half the game playing it with cell shading on, right? Dude, like, fucking, just playing that, like, I felt I had more fun playing fucking Uncharted with a fucking filter overlay on it, man, than I did with the original fucking version, man. Like, what the fuck? It's not that I don't appreciate graphical fidelity, like, when credit's due. That's not the problem here. It's what I hate seeing, where fans or fanboys or fucking whatever use that as their cop-out answer because they don't want to play something that doesn't look anything remotely like that said game. That doesn't make sense to me. That makes no logical sense to me whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter on what the fucking game looks like. That's the fucking developer's vision on how they want the game to look. Not every game has to look like Last of Us or like Battlefield. Nah, man, fuck that, dude. Like, stand out amongst the crowd, bro. That's what I would do. That's the way I would do it, man. Because everything else, that's how you stagnate shit. And that's how things just fucking, pop for a while and then just disappear in the background. And everybody just doesn't give a fuck no more about it. The one thing I will say, and I brought this up as a joke, but the more I thought about it, man, it kind of makes sense. So I want to see if you understand, or from my perspective here on this there, Killer Man. So, Sony has fucking the advantage when it comes to tech, right? When it comes to, like, their first party has the ability to get access to a lot of amazing hardware that Sony has made in order to make their games look as good as they do. Correct? Now, Microsoft doesn't have the ability to do that. They could go and fucking pay money to do so, but they're not going to do that for every single game. But what Microsoft can do now, and I'm sure Sony has done this a few times, I'm pretty sure I remember reading some articles about Sony doing this, and I'm glad to see that Microsoft is now doing this, is with them having so many first-party studios now, a lot of good, talented ones, mind you. I don't give a fuck what anybody fucking says. You have to understand fucking some of these developers in order to appreciate and understand the type of value and, like, that brings to, like, fucking to their quality of games. That shit, but that's for a different topic. But the moral of the story is fucking simple as shit, right? Like, when you have a developer fucking come out and talk all this fucking shit, or not talk shit, but like you have all these fans come out and say all this crap about, oh, this game is this, and this game is that, and this game is fucking whatever, or if it doesn't look this certain specific way, I'm not playing it. I'm done with it. I don't want nothing to do with it. I mean, look at, like, okay, Returnal, for example, fucking, and I hate to keep bringing this up, but I'm going to keep bringing it up because fucking two things, man. One, Returnal is a very good fucking game. Highly fucking deserves the credit that it's getting. But at the same time, I love the fact, too, as well, that it's getting more people into a new genre.
I'm going to tell you a secret about Returnal. I want a part 2.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hey, I got a sequel to Risk of Rain, dude, so there's a high chance that might actually happen if Returnal does well. You know what I mean? And to answer your question there, Oda Starman, Battletoads 2020 art style isn't Battletoads, then you have to go learn what the history of Battletoads is. Because if you were a true fan of Battletoads, you would understand that the original fucking developers, Tim and Chris, originally wanted Battletoads to have that fucking similar kind of cartoon fucking art style. Because it was competing with Turtles. But due to limitations of the hardware, they couldn't do that. And then they just stuck with that whole entire metal version, as AJ would call it. There's nothing wrong with that. But this art style right here fucking is a different reboot. It's there to fucking usher in a new generation of fans. But it does it in a really more better kind of way. When you have the writers fucking of Rick and Morty that made the fucking goddamn story for this game, dude, and it clearly fucking shows, especially if you've been paying attention and watch Rick and Morty, yeah, the game is fucking hilarious. That's why so many people will tell you they want to see that be turned into an Adult Swim cartoon, and I fucking couldn't agree more. I couldn't fucking agree more. But that's the thing when it comes to reboots, right? People are going to be against it. People are going to be for it. People are going to be like, it's okay. I still prefer the original. That's always going to happen. I mean, just look at all the people fucking that played Resident Evil 2 remake and still prefer the original classic. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm willing to accept changes for franchises that I like, man, depending on how they do it and where they go with it. Resident Evil's semi-reboot with 7? Yeah, it brought back what fans wanted, but took a goddamn dump all over the fucking characters and lore and gave us fucking characters that nobody gives a fuck about. Looking at you, Ethan Winters, you fuck. Then that led to the creation of Resident Evil Village, which is pretty much basically a tech demo to Resident Evil 4, essentially. But, I mean, whatever, man. It is what it is, dude. Some people aren't going to like what they fucking like, man. It's all good, though. I have no problem with that.
I mean, how I feel, I don't base a judgment on a game by how it looks. I mean,
Same here.
That's dumb. Like, I would, like, no bullshit. Like, I got Resident Evil Village here. I just finished, got the Platinum Returnal. And I'd be more interested in looking at indie shit or shit that I haven't touched yet. Like, I don't get why people be so infatuated with graphics, and not the story or how the fucking game play, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That shit is crazy.
Exactly, dude. And that's why, like, look, if you are a gamer that prefers, or, like, you want visual, graphical fidelity in your games, more power to you. You know what I mean? You'll be limited, but more power to you.
How I feel is if you want graphic fidelity, fucking go PC. Just be a PC master race motherfucker.
Yeah.
Get a 3090 whatever and crank that bitch up to the max and be like, ooh, pretty colors, you know?
Right. No, they'll just sit there and counter that and say, well, there's not a game on PC that looks as good as Last of Us or God of War. I mean, we've been hearing that for the last 2 years, or several years.
Honestly, truth to be told, the only game I've seen running on a PC that made me go, well, goddamn, I really want to play this on PC. What's that shit that's about to come out? Atomic Heart?
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, I've been seeing that floating around.
Yeah, like, that shit looks amazing. At first, when it was very first announced, it was only announced for PC, but now they like, oh, yeah, it's coming to console. Well, no need to fucking get that on PC, you know?
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Probably won't
But the
look
thing of it
as
is,
good
man,
as it.
I mean, if you want games to look like beyond realistic, man, then when you start looking into the PC front and you start looking at some of the games and then you start downloading mods and you see what
Oh yeah,
these
well you know,
motherfuckers do, Jesus fucking
oh
Christ,
yeah,
bro.
like I mean, I've seen so many mods like the Grand Theft Auto 4 realism
Yeah,
mod. Like I mean,
that mod's insane, man.
like it looks great, but this is the thing. It came from a basement dweller, you know.
Well, I
It
know
didn't
that.
come from,
Or Thrash
you
would
know,
fucking say
it's
like
not from the
slaves and shit,
developer, you
yeah.
know. If this
But
is someone else's shit they wanted to put together to please themselves, you know.
but that's what makes mods fucking interesting. Because, like I said, man, like I have nothing against mod. I think mods is probably one of the coolest things to own a PC for because, like, I build mods myself. You know, like for Skyrim and fucking Fallout New Vegas and shit, very loosely. But I've done some fucking mod work there and fucking and
Are you doing
I've played a
Skyrim? Motherfucking
lot of.
Fatal's boom boom boom.
No. I for New Vegas, I made me as a companion, like my own character with my own voice on it, my own name and everything too as well. And then for Skyrim, I did. I made two characters. I made a female fucking knight that was going to be voiced from my friend Faye, and then I was doing the voice of an Argorian who was actually a pervert. So I had like this weird kind of fucking accent voice to him, but it made it sound very pervish, if that makes sense.
Did that mod include titty physics?
I wanted to, but the PC that I was doing it on fucking wasn't even supposed to be running fucking Skyrim, but an actual mod made my computer run it. So
Yeah, and that's another thing with mods. You know, the more mods you run or how good the mod is, that shit eat up fucking memory like
oh
hell.
fuck yeah. But
Mods are good, but you gotta pay the price for them, you know?
well, yeah, you definitely have to. But on top of that, I do like it when people have like take the time to build the actual what they call it again, like a total. I think it's like a total overdose or something like that, or total overdone or something like that, or whatever you want to call it. It's like total conversion. There you go. Blah. Those are actually where shit gets pretty interesting. Where like they take the base game and literally change the game into an entirely different game. Like, man, like especially when it comes to like Unreal Tournament, for example, dude. Like I've seen people make mods for that shit where you can play golf. Like legit golf and shit. Fucking that's how Killing Floor
man, my
spawned.
cousin used to make mods for
Yeah, that's how the Killing Floor mod fucking spawned, and now it turned into its own fucking game, its own developer and everything too. See, right there, that's a prime example right there of a fucking community that banded together to create a mod that is now a developer. Look what happened to Dota. Defenders of the Realms, man, for Warcraft 3. Yeah, mods could definitely go places, man. And shit, like Bethesda's even bought out a couple fucking people that modded for fucking Skyrim and Elder Scrolls and shit. Depends on what you're looking for, man. But at the end of the day, it's all completely 100% based on your own preference, man. Like, no matter how many times I may or anybody else fucking that you talk with, man, they try to convince you to play something, man. Like, if it doesn't fit your profile of what you like, then yeah, then don't play it. You know, don't get me wrong. Like, I think it would be cool if more people were to try out and experience different genres risk-free. And no, I'm not trying to fucking promote Game Pass here. But I'm going to sit there and tell you one thing right now. Like, I'm lucky that I was born in the time frame that I was born in because if I didn't have a rental store next door to my complex, dude, when I was going up in grade school, I wouldn't be the gamer who I am today. I wouldn't have played 90% of the shit that I wanted that I actually have played my entire lifetime, man.
Tron.
What?
Tron, fucking Tron coming up in this bitch stealing thunder out of my podcast. What's up, girl?
I don't care. I'm good.
Oh, see, she don't care and she good. Yeah, no, you're fine, Tron. I'm actually kind of glad you're here.
Oh, shit.
I'm glad that you're here. You're always welcome. You're always welcome on my show, girl. Shit, man. The fuck are you talking about? The fuck you mean?
You say you want to lick your feet.
Yo, who the fuck did you turn into Thug Nasty? I wish that motherfucker was around, bro.
You what?
I wish he was on right now. That motherfucker would come on here and give me a fucking laugh and a half, bro. That motherfucker, man. I swear to God, because that motherfucker be stupid as shit.
What the hell? I come in here, about my feet. Nasty.
Nah. You love them
No.
feet massages, don't you?
How was your podcast?
My interview?
I mean,
You mean
how,
the interview?
oh, yeah, how's the interview?
Oh, it went very, very well. It was short, but it was short for a reason. But no, it went very, very well. At first, I'm not going to lie, I was very, very nervous at first. I don't know why I was, but I was. And because you can kind of tell if you listen to my intro, I kind of fucked up at the very beginning of my intro. But once I
Hey, it
actually,
happens.
yeah, but like I kind of like just jumped right into it. Like as soon as I started, I got him to introduce himself, and I went straight into the questions and whatever the case may be, because I wanted to like not rush it, but to make sure that he had more than enough time to get what he wanted to say out. Because like I've seen interviews with him before, and I know like he goes into depth with his questions or with the answers. So, which is awesome, by the way, because not many indie developers will actually fucking do that shit. To be honest, not many will do
They
that.
won't.
They'll keep their answers short and sweet, so because they don't want to give out any of their shit. But not with AJ, man. He went straight in and basically told us like, yeah, there was cut game, like there was gameplay that got cut. Fucking, I'm hoping that Microsoft definitely releases the original take on the Turbo Tunnel. I really want that to be a thing because that like it's harder than even the original NES one. That's why they had to tone it down. And I want that. I would love for that to come out on the anniversary day of release, and that will actually bring more people back into the game to play it and try it out, man. The Dark Souls of Battletoads, man. There you go.
Oh shit, that'll be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'd love to fucking have that. Now, as far as a sequel goes, I mean, I'm glad that he actually acknowledged the fact that I was referencing a rumor that Delilah was hiring for a 2D franchise in an existing series. That kind of shit like that. And, of course, the first thing that came to my mind was Battletoads. So I immediately went to AJ and I said to him, like, hey, is there any value in this rumor, if you could say anything or not, just out of curiosity? And he didn't deny it, but he also didn't say that it was actually confirmed or anything crap like that. But he did say on my podcast, though, like, they're not working on Battletoads right now because they're working on a new IP for their, like, they want to get a new IP first, which is fine. Most developers do that anyways. But he didn't deny or any of that crap of that, saying that there is not a sequel in the works or any of that crap of that. So I have high hopes. The game did well for him. I'm super glad that the game did better than I was expecting it to be because I thought the game was literally going to flop. I truly believe that. But Game Pass actually kept the game alive and actually did exceptionally well for them. In sale-wise, mind you.
Well, yeah, for indie wise, I think it's really. I think Game Pass should have been like for indie, like getting people to try out indie games.
Exactly.
Not like big titles, not like big titles, because I think the big title, like when I look at it, I'm just like they just should just made for indies only. Because if you put big titles on there already established game companies, it makes it's sort of like an art site where you have all the name companies or people who work for these companies getting all the fame, where the little artists are still struggling trying to get some recognition. That's probably what I see Game Pass, because I could best way to describe it at the moment.
Yeah, the one thing that he said, though, in the interview that kind of, like, fucking took me back a little bit was the fact that, like, he ended up playing over 150 builds of the game prior to the launch of the release of it. And because he has to, because basically what he said in the interview was like he wouldn't be able to sleep if he knew that a buggy game was going out, or he wouldn't be able to live with himself if he knew that there was a bug in the game and they had to fucking patch it all up and whatnot. Like that game came out with no performance issues, no bugs, nothing. It was like a perfect fucking port, man, or not port, but perfect fucking.
Well,
release.
I mean that's a nervous for everyone. Is trying to bring that perfect game out without any issues, because I ain't gonna lie, I could tell when developers try to push that stuff out there, they're trying to be as polished the game as possible. Yeah, there's always going to be some bugs here and there and stuff like that.
But what also made it fascinating for me, though, Tron, was the fact that like he also even stated too, like not only did he have his QA team playing these builds, but even he himself, since he's the CEO and whatever you want to call it, this was his vision, his baby. You know what I mean? He wanted to make sure that he played every build himself, and to make sure that every build was flawless. And every time they wanted to add something, another build comes out, he plays it. Another rinse and repeat until the entire game was done. He went through it so many fucking times to make sure there was no bugs, there was no glitches, there was nothing, man. That's what's missing from a lot of these AAA developers nowadays, is that their Q&A department is fucking garbage. Like, whoever's playing these games, like, who the fuck is playing these games? Cockroaches?
You know who I blame? I blame Killer Tay.
Ah, yo, Tay, what's up, brother?
What up?
What up, man?
Can't
What
blame
up?
me because I play these games.
Yeah,
I'm
Tay
out there
does.
playing
Tay
it. I'm
does.
in these streets.
You're releasing them broken. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs there, fucking Dauntless, man. I use Streamlabs now, dude. It's actually kind of fucking dope, actually. Oh, that was tasty.
Nasty. Ew.
Shut up, Tron.
Oh. Ew.
Give me that ew shit. You at work right now, Tay?
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, you know I'm live. Just giving you a heads up, just to let you know that I'm live streaming too. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I got to the point. I'm used to it. If I say something stupid, I'm just used to it.
Oh my wow, Tron. Hey, at least you're honest. Fuck. At least you're
after a while,
fucking
it's
honest.
like, at least, like, when you're on podcasts now, it's just like, you're going to say something, it's going to be out of pocket or something. It's like, man, I'm so used to it. But no one doesn't hound me when I say something. That's the funny thing. No one doesn't hound me about it or anything. They said, oh, okay. That's not like you, Tron. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Wow. I see what you're
They
saying.
don't know the real.
I said
They don't know
I
the
said
real
it's
Tron,
special-
yo.
Yo, no, listen to this. Listen to this. I said the word on Fatal's podcast, though. I said a special word.
Lavender.
Yep.
Yo, right after
Say
she
it
said
again.
that, though, right after she
Say
said
it
that, I
again.
sprayed some fucking lavender Lysol in my room.
He sure did. And now it smells good, but just since he farted, it's kind of like
Well, no,
blew
I
up
burped.
again.
I burped. No, it still smells like lavender in my
I'm
room.
pretty
Trust,
sure
it still
you
smells
had
good in here.
gas, dude. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, man, that's because I'm a pop drinker.
Yo, what?
I said I'm a pop drinker.
Oh, okay.
The hell do you think I
He
fucking
needs
said?
soda. He needs soda.
Pop.
Goddamn Canadian.
God damn it, yo, they even say it on the fucking bottles too, eh? Soda. Fuck your soda. Fuck your goddamn American fucking translation. I'm calling it pop, goddamn it. Yo, it is true though. If you go to the States,
People haven't said pop since the Western days.
Nah.
Fucking OK Corral.
nah, it's a common word over here where I live in Ontario. But I have heard that if you go to the States though,
Oh,
and shit
we
like
heard
that, you say
in
that
the
shit.
States, yeah.
Because like Faye was telling
they
me,
say
Faye
all
was
that
telling
too.
me that like, when she first moved to Buffalo, like she was still saying like pop too as well, whatever the case would be. And a lot of like restaurants would give her like weird looks and shit. It's like, yeah, she's Canadian. It's like because they know.
It's weird because
they
say
fucking
that,
know
you
already,
see-
right?
Yeah, it's weird because when people come in and they said pop, 'cause I remember hearing a little bit of accents when I was working at Babies R Us, and we will have some people like come from different areas. And one person said, "Look for some soda pop," and I said, "Oh, it's over here." And then they're like, and then one of my other workers was like, "What is soda pop? Is that new?" I'm like, no, that's just regular soda. They just call it pop.
Yeah, we just call it pop over here. It's just easier.
Yeah.
But
No, they thought it was a new
soda.
word,
Soda's
you
the
know?
real word of saying it, but we call it pop for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah, but they call it soda pop in certain parts of the
Yep, soda pop. Yeah.
yeah. So is
Hey, Tay.
Back in the Western days.
Oh yeah. Yo, Tay.
no, because my family from the East Coast, so I heard soda pop from them or soda or pop. You know, they say that for a while. So I mean, it's sort of like it's a dialect for where you're from. Like I don't know.
Hey, Otastar, let me ask you a question. Sorry, Tron, real quick. Hey, Otastar, let me ask you a question, right? You said you're worried about how long Microsoft is taking with these games. I honestly believe we won't be seeing bigger games other than Halo fucking until damn near the next Xbox. Here's the thing, right? If you've actually paid attention to what Microsoft has publicly revealed so far as what games are coming out, yeah, games like Fable and games like fucking Hellblade 2 are still at least a good 2 to 3 years away. I can accept that, right? But here's the thing. to sit there and say that Microsoft is not releasing anything first party wise fucking this year is a blatant fucking lie. We already know Halo's coming out. Grounded's getting ready to fucking, well, Grounded's original launch got delayed because of COVID. Yeah, the game's in early access, but it's still not 1.0, so therefore it does not count.
Using a goddamn COVID excuse.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. Fucking Forza Motorsports, fucking, or Forza Horizon 5 is supposed to be coming out this year, which is supposed to be what, Mexico, I believe it is, Tay? For what I've been hearing and shit.
They said it might come out before
right.
Motorsport.
Yeah, because Motorsports I still think is at least another year away, I think Forza Horizon 5 should come out first.
I think they should. Yeah, I think they should just wait till a year or something to make sure they polish that game before they release it.
Right,
because I think
and here's the thing too. Like I've brought this up before in the past on the roundtable pot. Well, actually, I don't think I brought it up in the roundtable because I wouldn't dare bring it on the roundtable because you know how this conversation would end. But basically, what I was like, what I think is actually going on here, and to be honest. It kind of sucks though, man, because fucking a lot of these devs that Microsoft picked up, right, from In Exile, Obsidian, Hellblade, fucking Ninja Theory, whatever, they just finished releasing their last game after the buyout, fucking, like, literally either last year or 2019. So having a game ready for launch on Xbox Series X was definitively out of the question. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised. And then, like, Halo Infinite should have launched with the Series X, but obviously, like I told everybody right from the get-go, that the game wasn't going to be ready for fucking launch. And lo and behold, I was right. Hence, we got the delay, got the Craig meme. God bless you, Craig. Fucking, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So,
I just feel like that. Go ahead.
Sorry, Tron, just to finish what I was going to say. The studios that should have released games right out of the gate day one should have been 343, the Coalition, and fucking Playground Games with Forza Motorsports or Forza Horizon. Turn 10, sorry, whatever. Those games should have been ready. But as far as the other studios go, yeah, like, I wasn't expecting to see any releases from them because they had already just came out with their last... I mean, for fuck's sakes, Wasteland 3 just came out last August. The same month as Battletoads.
Yeah, I remember. I feel maybe that's just the biggest issue that Microsoft gets companies that already has a history of, a game history anyway. So it's not.
Well, they do, just mainly not on consoles.
Yeah.
What Microsoft messed up at was they was so pressed to buy people. They should have just freaking waited until I would say like around this time to start scooping people up. So then, the whole Xbox don't got no games argument could have kind of been like subsetted a little bit. No, I agree with you. I think at the beginning of the Xbox One cycle, they should have definitely, when they fixed like DRM shit and they got rid of the Kinect, man, at that point they should have said, okay, now we're going to invest strictly into first party. Which I think was what they should have fucking done, because then the Series X launch would have been entirely different. Entirely different.
I don't think so.
I think it would.
I mean, I see what y'all saying, but even if they did wait it till now, they would still have that. There's no fucking games. Fuck it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think it would be like that.
But look, Sean, we're still waiting on the games of the studio that they bought. So if they bought them then versus now, it's still going to be the same thing. Microsoft still haven't released any game.
I don't think there's going to be an issue. I think they will actually have some gameplay something now.
What do you think would have changed? Because
it will actually boost up like
making games. They're still making whatever games that we're waiting on.
Well, it wouldn't be such an issue. I don't think it would be having this issue. Like, Microsoft would not try to force people to, like, I wouldn't say force. I would, like, they wouldn't keep showing controllers as the biggest, their whole thing. Like,
they're not really showing controllers.
No. Every time they announce something, you think it's something they show a controller, and it's like, dude, like, we wanted to hear about games. What games are coming out?
Goddamn tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not talk about those shoes. Let's not talk about those shoes. I do not want to talk about.
I myself hadn't seen those from Microsoft. I didn't even know about this. until Tron brought it up one
Yeah,
time.
I didn't know about it until this afternoon when somebody in the roundtable
So
Discord
it
fucking
can't
showed them.
be
Yeah,
it can't be Microsoft for showing those shoes because I didn't even know they came out with another pair of shoes. Tron brought it up. So I mean, it still go back. It still
yeah,
go
Oda,
back to
yeah.
the same.
Remedy would have been awesome.
It still go back to the same issue of.
I don't
still
think it would.
People still, but you gotta look at this. You gotta look at the same thing. Okay, let's say they didn't buy it, right? Those studios that they bought last year are still making those same games now that has not released.
I feel like
So
that's
them
not
buying them now.
I
You still would have been waiting on the games, and it's still
I
been the
think-
same argument.
I meant like when I meant like when I actually meant was it should have been around the Xbox One era. And when they actually bought studios and we actually got something in. And that will cut down the console war argument. That will cut down a lot of other stuff. But if you look at like back then, I do remember like they were still focusing on third party for a very long time, even on the Xbox One era. And I'm sitting here like, we were all excited for it. Scalebound, some other games that were supposed to come out, and then all production was cut. They're cutting this, they're cutting that. Oh, we're not coming out, so we're just bringing this out. And I think the whole thing that really hurt Microsoft.
There's only 3 big games that Microsoft canceled during the Xbox One generation, and that was fucking that was Scalebound being the biggest one. Then you had fucking Phantom Dust remake that was not a remake.
Yeah, I remember Phantom Dust.
Then of course the shutdown of Lionhead Studios / fucking Google Earth game that known as fucking Fable Legends.
And not just that, there was another one. Obsidian also try and make a game that was cut production. There was another one, even though they bought them now. But back then, there was a game that was supposed to come out under their belt. So there's a lot of stuff. I forgot what it was. I don't remember. It's something. I can't remember what the name was.
Gigantic was fucking awesome. It's a real shame that the community died for that game so fucking quickly, man.
Yeah.
That game was mint.
The reason for Gigantic fell off because fucking Overwatch came out every game.
Yeah.
So I think I feel like like I said, it's the people at the top of Microsoft who really are the ones to damage their brand.
Well,
so from the past.
But I mean, okay,
now
if you want to get into the techie nitty-gritty stuff right there, Atron, it's like I tell people before, right? When you go back and you look at the 360 era, you know how everybody this generation, right, in the Xbox One era, basically everybody was saying that, oh, Xbox fans don't support their games. It's like, bro, you've been living under a rock? I said the only fucking franchises right now that Microsoft has any weight for that are like that mainly come to consoles, outside of Flight Simulator and fucking Age of Empires, Halo, Gears, and Forza, right? And what were the 3 main fucking games that came out during the 360 that sold the most out of their first party batch? Those 3, exactly. Yet every other game that Rare dropped, every other game that fucking Microsoft got from first party wise was a colossal fucking flop. Fable fucking bombed.
I feel like I think the main target why people got I remember people just picking the 360 just for the third party games.
That's what made the 360 very successful. That, along with the new additions to Xbox Live and whatever the case would be, also helped fucking pioneer that into a bigger fucking focus for that system. Microsoft didn't have that. They tried giving us third party exclusive shit fucking at launch with what, Dead Rising fucking 3 and fucking was there Rise, Son of Dipshits, or Son of Simon, sorry, is what I call that piece of shit game. Fucking whatever the case would be. But nobody wanted those games outside from fucking Rise, man. That's why people still use that fucking Rise excuse, man. Oh, this game looks better than that to us, even though the game looks like fucking dog shit. But the thing of it is, regardless of that though, man, like that just wasn't working for them anymore. When Phil took over, that's when everything fucking changed. That's why nobody likes fucking Phil Spencer, man. That's why everybody hates fucking Phil Spencer, man. But all these fanboys out here, like your fucking your Colt and your fucking Post Up and fucking Kid Smooth and all other shit, literally hang on to every fucking word this motherfucker says. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, dude. Like, fucking really, bro? Like I get it. I understand why Microsoft is like literally like the laughing stock of the industry. But the thing of it is that the moves they're making to make themselves different to the actual competition is fucking working, dude. And people don't want to admit to that, man. Like, fucking Jesus Christ, man. Like, whether you
I
hate
don't think it's
fucking Game Pass or
working. It's
not.
just
No. Here's the thing, though, Tron. It is
okay.
working. Game Pass is
Well,
literally working for them. Just because, like, oh, well, they haven't made a profit on it. Yeah, because look how many fucking subscribers they need in order for them to actually sustain a fucking goddamn ability to do that. Netflix did the same shit. And look at them. Still in the fucking goddamn red, but yet they're still coming out with exclusive content every fucking goddamn year.
I think that's the one thing I see as well is the Netflix argument is kind of true because Netflix does have their own issues, but like I said, I think the biggest issue when I look at it is the fact that people try to use Game Pass argument of why they prefer purchasing games on Game Pass and not actually buying it. And I'm just like, don't do that. Then you're just pretty much talking about now they're going to raise the prices up. If they raise the prices up on Game Pass, what are you going to do now? What's your argument?
I'm still going to fucking support it. If it's going to only be like $20 or $25, I'll gladly pay for it. Like people don't realize.
No, I ain't talking about you.
Okay, well, no. I know you're not talking about me, but I can only tell you from my perspective because I can't speak for anybody else. You know what I mean? Like I've seen people use the service, fucking. Like I've seen, like I'm not one of those people that goes on Twitter and says, "Oh, I'll get this game when it comes to Game Pass." You know what I mean?
That's why I said about the Resident Evil 8.
Yeah.
I said Resident Evil 8. I said people were like talking about how you get a physical, you have to download that part than this. I'm just like. They're gonna just go, and then people were complaining about it. And it's like they're just gonna go on game. They're just gonna say they'd rather play on Game Pass.
Yep.
So what's the point of them having physicals anymore on the Xbox? That's why they're trying to get rid of it.
They're not trying to get rid of it.
I don't even know why they use that argument about you have to download it because you still have to download all that. Do it on fucking Game Pass, whether you buy it or not.
Well, not only that, dude. Like, let's not pretend that this isn't the first game that did that shit. There's been several games that have released physically wise where you got to download the entire rest of the fucking game. Destiny was like that. Fucking remember Crash Bandicoot? Or not? The Spiral trilogy. When before they re-released it and had the games on the fucking disc, you have to download the individual games separately, man. You know what I mean?
Now you can download all of them. Now you can download all of them.
This is what I've been trying to tell people now for a long time. Developers are going to find a way to make you fucking play these games digitally without you having to buy shit. Or without you fucking saying fuck physical and whatever the case may be, to make your disc fucking render useless, man. They're going to find a way. They did it with PC. They're going to find a way. Whether you like it or not, I'm sorry. And I hate to be that person to sit there and say that I support digital while I do. But it's fucking inevitable, man. But here's the thing. You can still fucking get your boxes and shit like that. The only thing you won't have is a fucking disc. Make your own. I've seen people make their own fucking box arts for their games, and they look 10 times better than the official box art.
I mean...
That's how Fortnite was.
Yeah, Fortnite, you had Minecraft on the Vita, came with a fucking downloadable card that you had to put the code in.
Yeah.
There was a Lord of the Rings game on the PS3 that came with a fucking card you had to put the code in. So, yeah, that's the way shit gonna probably go pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Because when I was refused fucking a trade for fucking when I bought Destiny: The Taken King, that code that's in that box, as soon as you redeem that code, that's your license for that fucking game. So as soon as you redeem that code, that physical copy that you currently have is a fucking paperweight at that point. Because the game is unplayable without that code.
Yeah, because if you look at, like, if you right here, I had the Destiny right here when it was physical, the first game. It says here, not for resale. It is the freaking disc.
Yeah.
Version.
And that's what I'm saying. Like there's a reason why. Okay, like when you read the official fucking like license agreement, man, like that comes with every game, it tells you right at the back.
That's Activision's ass.
But that's every single fucking physical copy of the game that you own. It's been that way since the fucking dawn of time. You don't technically own it. Okay. It tells you in the licensing agreement.
But here's the thing. The reason why I got this, but listen to this. This is one thing. I didn't even have the downloadable content. I had to buy that separately.
Yeah, so, a lot of games do that.
Yeah, but I know, but listen to this. This was just the disc. And if I wanted to get rest of the game, I had to buy the Tekken key and I had to buy all that. I said, I ain't gonna buy all that. Why would I want to buy it? That's when I start to realize, wait a minute, I want to play a space shooter, obviously, looter shooter. And then you gotta tell me I had to buy the rest of the game. It just felt like I wasn't even. It felt like already free to play. I just paid for a free to play game, and now they're completely free to play. But back then, it wasn't.
You still had to
So
buy the
I was
expansion.
weird.
Not that they
Yeah, that's how they get you, man. That's how they get you. Trust me, man. Like, it's not that I wanted to move away from physical, dude. Like, I just, like, it's fucking useless for me because I don't need it no more. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any place to fucking put all these goddamn fucking box arts and shit. And where am I gonna put? Like, what is that doing for me? Like, yeah, it's cool if you're a collector. If you're a collector like Killer Man, more power to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's awesome that he wants to collect everything he possibly can get his hands on, especially when it comes to retro shit. I respect that. Me personally, though, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Because by the time these fucking licenses run out, by the time these servers shut down anyways, man, I'm not even going to be thinking about fucking No Man's Sky again. I'm not even going to be thinking about a lot of these games that I bought digitally anyways. And if I ever want to go back to them and play them again, oh well. I'm shit out of fucking luck. Gotta move on, man. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
At least I can always go back to the past and play older shit. At least that's a good semi-preservation. Especially on PC. Fuck. But all this bickering and back and forth, man, about like, oh, Microsoft needs to come out with a game that plays just like Last of Us, man. No, the fuck they don't. Does Nintendo have a game that's like that? No. But yet Nintendo is racking in more cash than Sony is right now. Why does Xbox happen to be saying, oh, because Nintendo's not in competition? Motherfucker, then why did everybody keep putting them in the goddamn console war then? You ever notice that? If Nintendo is not fucking part of competition towards Microsoft and Sony, then why the fuck does everybody drag in the Switch during fucking fanboy war talks? Every fucking conversation. It's like, dude, you're just literally telling me and admitting to me that Nintendo is also in competition with these developers, because if they weren't, you wouldn't have said shit or brought Nintendo up at all, period, in the conversation. Like, make up your fucking mind, man. And you got these other people out here saying that, oh, the Switch is a fucking 8th generation console. No, it's an 8th and 9th generation console.
Yeah, it's just like the Wii U. The Wii U came out, you know.
And that was a colossal fail, and they had to move on from that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. And people are like, oh, but it's just the Wii U. I'm like, yeah, but it's also more powerful. It's different hardware, different tech inside that motherfucker. It's a generation fucking above the Wii U. It's more powerful than the Wii U. Like, fuck, man. Like, people need to wake the fuck up, dude, man. But the fact that I've noticed, though, lately, though, Killer Man, that a lot of retro fucking shit is coming back, dude. Like, television's coming out with a new console. The Amico.
Yeah, the Amico.
Yeah, I want that.
I've been following that.
I want that. Fucking the Atari shit, dude. No, I'm not touching that. I'll stick to the original Atari. But the ColecoVision, the only reason why, or the television why I want that, though, is because of the fact that Earthworm Jim 4 is going to be only on that console. That's the reason why I want it. Earthworm Jim 4? Yeah. I would gladly take.
I just sit back and laugh.
Shut the fuck up, Tay. I know. Well, that's all you really can do at this fucking point, man. Like, I mean, shit. Well, you know better than I, Tay. We usually always sit in on the round table. We don't really say anything.
Yeah.
Because we really can't. Like, do you have any idea how difficult it is to moderate, like both the chat, or both chats, when both your chats are full of Xbox haters and full of fucking Sony cronies? Like, it's so fucking, oh man, it insults my heart, bro. It truly does, to see some of these people put a piece of plastic over their own fucking livelihood, man. Jesus Christ, bro. Like, literally, Tay, like, Me and fucking Killer could sit here and do a fucking 24-hour live stream if I was on regular internet, right? Just keeping the Discord chat up there the whole fucking day. Showing people, man, like the shit that I see and him, that me and him see every fucking day. It's us than the actual fucking fans advocating for it. I guess the whole entire aspect of trying to keep something irrelevant for yourself, but yet you're making it constantly relevant, that's not helping your cause, bro. That's not helping your cause at all. Like, yeah, you can criticize Microsoft for doing specific things. Fine, I can accept that. But the moment when you start going overboard and your fucking inner fanboy starts coming out, don't talk to me. Because remember, Tay, Sony can do no wrong.
It's a dude. I was on Josh's podcast. And they were talking about the load times on fucking
What, Spider-Man?
Resident Evil 8. No, on Resident Evil 8.
Oh, okay.
I was talking to them about that shit too, but they were talking about there was load times on Resident Evil 8, and he was like, it was the dude that was on the podcast with us was like, yeah, load times are only on are exclusive to Xbox. I'm like, you talking about load times on Resident Evil? He's like, yeah. I was like, there's no load times on Resident Evil. I have it on Xbox. And then he was like, why? I was like, well, why not? You should have got it on PlayStation. I'm like, is there a different ending on the PlayStation version versus the Xbox version? I mean, there's no, I mean, it's the same fucking game.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
oh, well,
my thing is, oh, go ahead, Tron. Go ahead, Tron.
You know what? That's what I kind of miss, honestly. Where games had their individual style, like maybe developers might add something to this one.
To add a little more flair to it, yeah.
Yeah, and then add something to the PlayStation. They don't do that anymore.
No, I know they don't.
They only used to do it on fighting games, though. They never used any other games besides fighting.
Well, I mean, fucking, you had Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight on the PlayStation had Kratos. Had a Kratos boss fight, and then on the Xbox, you had the Battletoads fucking boss fight.
Yeah, they had stuff like that, and it wasn't just fighting games. Because I do remember, Nintendo does that all the time. I think they're the only ones that have the individual stuff.
Their sports titles,
don't have
Smash and shit.
Nintendo used to do it all the time, but now they just do it for. They used to on other fighting games that they had when they used to get fucking Soul Calibur and shit like that.
Right.
But now they just do it on fucking. They don't do it on anything else because they have to pay for that. That's not.
Yeah, they did that with they did that with Dragon.
They just do it on Smash.
Yeah, they did on Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest the last. They did that one. Oh, the Dragon Quest. They did that. They added stuff to for the Switch version, and then the Switch version came in. I think they added the original. What they said, my friend. Okay, she said that they added I think different music, different they added the original. How was she said? Which they added.
Are you talking about Dragon Quest 11?
Yeah, they
added a 16-bit mode where it kind of plays like old school Final Fantasy in a way. You can play the entire game like that, which I would recommend playing it that way. By the way, the soundtrack is fucking garbage in that game. Like the battle music is the most annoying battle music you'll ever fucking hear in your own two earlobes. Fucking terrible. Like that game is like I want to play it, but it's fucking man.
They got it for the I think they got the version on PlayStation and Xbox.
They do. I own it on Xbox. I own it on Xbox. I didn't get it through Game Pass. I actually own that game.
Yeah. We'll go play it.
Man, after playing Octopath, dude, man, fuck, I'm good. I am good.
Octopath was smart.
To what? Fucking people like Kid Smooth? That motherfucker doesn't never even played a goddamn fucking turn-based game in his life. Yeah, now fuck out of here, bro. Octopath was incredible, just like Persona 5. Yet, 2 games that everybody fucking tells me that, oh, I don't like turn-based, but yet they fucking magically grew in popularity for Persona 5 and Octopath on the Switch. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of fucking sense.
Oh, we'll see.
All those motherfuckers that sit there and tell me that fucking that turn-based is dead need to nut the fuck up and shut the fuck up for 5 minutes, man. Like, legit.
Hey, some of us say turn-based was pretty much all we had back in the days because that was just the easiest.
That's why
way
turn-based
for
is so fucking good. I mean, for fuck's sakes, man, people talk more about Persona 5 than they're talking about the shitty fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake. I wonder why.
And also we have an issue.
Hey, here comes
See
Dave.
anybody say anything about Persona?
No, I'm talking about, like, fucking... I always see
You talking about
conversations get brought...
you
I always...
talking about the
No. I'm talking about, like, a lot of people... I always see a lot more people talking about Persona Royal and shit like that over fucking the remake to Final Fantasy VII.
well, to be honest, that's the newer gamers who are talking about. They don't even know about Persona 1, 2, or 3. They even said Persona 1 is garbage.
Yeah, I know. And
Okay.
trust me, there's the same people that, like, there's a lot of people that fucking that don't know anything about the fucking goddamn Final Fantasy VII and fucking dick ride the shit out of the remake for no fucking reason. When the remake is fucking worse than what the original game is. Like, that says a lot.
It was the one thing I have to really give some props to Final Fantasy VII Remake is the fact that it's an extended story that we got from the original game. So
Yeah,
at least give it that.
extended story and also an extended cash grab because look how fucking badly they're milking it. They just dropped like 3 fucking mobile games on Android and iPhones. And then they got the fucking...
They did that with the Final Fantasy 15. That was 15.
Yeah, that was 15. Yeah, they always keep doing that dumb shit. But that remake, now we're getting it fucking on PS5. We get to experience it better plus DLC. Oh my god, dude.
I don't think that's...
A game makes me want to hang myself.
I don't
I
really
like Final
get...
Fantasy VII Remake. It was a great game.
No, it wasn't. It was a fucking... Never mind.
It would take... Ruin it.
great
Don't
game.
do it.
I'm not getting that
It was a
conversation.
good game. I mean, I'm not going to make
him...
him like something that he didn't like.
Yeah,
No, he's allowed
exactly.
to. He's allowed to.
I'm
That's what
not
I'm saying.
trying to make him like it because
I'm
he
not
didn't
trying-
want it, because
yeah.
he don't like it.
Yeah.
I like it because I like it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You like it, more power
like,
to you, man. I'm not taking that away
like
from
I
you.
Final Fantasy 9. I just like the reason why I like, to be honest, I enjoy Final Fantasy on the more medieval side, I guess quote medieval side. That's why 16 looks interesting to me because
What?
I have a time where I like that time of that's what I want Final Fantasy to be. I don't want to
16
see
is
it.
probably the fucking the game they should have made before 15 because it looked like it's a prequel.
exactly.
It
Like,
looked like
yeah,
it looked like fucking Kingsglaive, the movie Kingsglaive, like with like how they fought
don't get
in
me
Kingsglaive,
started.
the movie. That's what it looked like.
No, no, I seen the Kingsblade. Okay, I saw that.
Bro.
That was advertising to glory. I was like, everything was a advertisement. I never seen so much shit advertised on that fucking movie. Cameras, cars, cell phones, food. Like, what the heck I'm seeing here?
Yo, Tay.
Yeah.
Check this shit out, eh? Fucking, so on the Switch, this just got announced actually a little while ago. Fucking, you remember Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, so Lucasfilm, right? So you know how recently they were getting back into the gaming scene, right? Well, they're coming out with a series now called Lucasfilm's Classic Games. And Zombie Ate My Neighbors and fucking Ghoul Patrol are coming to the Switch.
Yay!
Are they
I
remaking
guess
it? Or are they
I'm
bringing the original?
They're bringing the original. It's not a remake. Even though I wish it was a remake, because that game definitely fucking deserves one. But I'll still take the classic over the over a remake any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the porting, yeah, of course, the game is actually being ported fucking by fucking Emu, dude. People that made fucking Streets of Rage and all that shit, or published it or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
No, that's pretty.
That's
so
fucking
we might
dope.
Get some visual enhancement.
Yeah. That's fucking dope, dude. You know what? I'm gonna share this real quick. Zombie Ate My Neighbors. That game was fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, that was a fun ass game back in the day.
Yep, it was. And it was a long game, too. It wasn't short. There was like 70 levels in that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long-ass fucking game, dude, man. Yeah, it was so good, man. Fucking fighting off that fucking humongous overgrown baby and shit. The game was fucking fire! Alright, let me see how long I've been going for here. I'm gonna go for, wait, for how long?
What?
Nothing, Tron. Nothing.
What? Yeah.
Man, I
I
feel
was
so
just
popular. I only got 6 people watching my shit.
Because you're lame.
I'm lame.
They're feeling sorry for you.
Are they?
Yeah. No.
Because
You're
I
awesome.
sure the fuck don't feel sorry for me. Alright, we've been going so far an hour and 4 minutes. Alright, so I'll end this here soon then. Don't make it too long. Because Fat Man's got to sleep. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we get out of here?
Nah, I'm good.
Nope.
Did y'all see the Venom trailer?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people were saying, like, oh, I don't know if I want fucking Woody Harrelson to fucking play him, do you? I'm like, motherfucker, have you not seen him in Natural Born Killers? He's perfect for the role.
I haven't watched, yeah, I haven't. I haven't watched it yet, so.
Ain't no worries, Johnny. But yeah, man. All right, well, I guess we'll end this off and get the hell out of here for the night. Get my ass to Bubba Bide.
All right.
All right, guys.
To be on myself.
Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you there, fucking Killer and Tay, and of course the lovely Tron Lavender.
Yeah, and the burp right between that. Gross.
What did you say about my butthole? All right, guys, we're out of here.
That's you.
We're out of here, guys.
You said that. You didn't say that.